want you to take heed because this place ain't gonna be here forever, man. Okay, Babylon don't got too much longer, man. Okay. Which, for those of you that don't know, Babylon is America. Alright, go ahead.
Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrow.
Yeah, everybody that has missiles, shoot at America, man. Destroy this place. For she has sinned against Yahweh by shooting Yahushua. Yeah, that's her fornication. All the wickedness in the world is primarily being pushed on the world through America, man. You got the headquarters of homosexuality, which is where? San Francisco. Yeah, the Satanic Church of Satan out there in San Francisco, California. Yeah, that's the headquarters of the Satanic Church of Satan. So it ain't far-fetched, man. It's Californication. California polluting the whole world. Hollywood. Oh, man. You know, this place is bugged out. Yeah, America, man. That's why everybody's gonna bend the bow on this fucking place. The Lord's gonna put out in the world's spirit to shoot missiles on this place.
For she hath sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her.
As she hath done to her. All the violence that America has done to the world, and primarily to these people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the real Israelites. So the Lord has prepared Esau in the blood, man. In your whole system. Being prepared unto blood. Yeah, more.
Second Ezra 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Yeah, this is dealing with the return of the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Yahushua. And it's a, preset to Revelation 1 and 7, what name? Everybody's going to see the Lord when he returns, yeah? And it's going to be a very dreadful sight when the Lord returns. Because he's coming with the host of heaven. He's coming in a gigantic mothership, for those of you that don't comprehend, the chariots of Israel, so-called UFOs. Alright, Yahushua is returning them. That's why I said, and that man waxed strong and strong with the mountains of heaven. Which is like UFOs, man. Right?
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
Which is a chariot, a UFO. He graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. The Lord actually going to be guiding those UFOs, man. Guiding those chariots. Actually within, or like brothers like to say, on top. You know?
But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Yeah, the Lord gonna gather them all, and they're gonna be terrified, but He's gonna make them fight. He's gonna make them fight. That way, when He judges them, all right, it's not like as if, you know, He just shooting flies out the sky, man. All right. You don't put the spirit on these nations to fight against them. The Lord is a great film director, man. Okay, he directed this whole big picture. You know, you got Steven Spielberg, which I believe directed Independence Day. Well, I'm not going to top that, man. He's going to top all these great film directors with this one, man. And judge you other nations.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude no thing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
That's right. So the Lord is going to make light work for all these nations, man. That's what happened during the cusp, the end of World War III. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 21. I beheld in the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. You see, so the Lord, He's going to judge them because they're going to come against us, man. Okay, when the Grogma is implemented, the mark of the beast, they're going to be looking to eradicate so-called black, Hispanics, Native Americans. Starting with the elect. Starting with those that know that they're Israelites, I should say. You know, they're going to see the men that receive spiritual power. Oh man, they're going to be on a super hit list, man. They're going to be coming against them with thousands, bro. Why? Because of his true sake. Okay? Why? Because the dread of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Esau knows that this is the truth. So he's going to do all he can to fight against it. That's why the brother just read. They were yet afraid, but yet there's fight. They were sore afraid, but yet there's fight.
Yeah, Esau doesn't want to serve underneath Jake. That's why he's rebellious. He's a the son of perdition, man. And he's already made war with the saints. That's why it says in Revelation their dead body lies in the streets of that great city. You had the Roman war against Israel, okay, which that's what Yahushua was talking about throughout his walk. And that's why he said when you see Jerusalem compassed with troops, flee to the hills, because he was talking about the Romans coming in and slaughtering Jacob. You know, with what's his name? Fucking yeah, those cats, man, those Caesars, and so that happened, and you had what was called the diaspora, right? And then Esau fell after that. Jake came up, and then what happened in the 1400s, Esau rose up and took down Jake again. Right? And now we're at this point when Esau's getting ready to, roll on Jake again.
Yeah, Rex 84, those are still in effect to this day, man. In effect to this day. This man is going to come against us. He shall wear out the saints. Shall come against the saints, make war with the saints.
Right, because what is Rex 84 about? It's about coming against religious groups. And Esau's always talking about love and peace to everybody with Jesus. So who do you think he's really going to be after?
Us, because we're preaching another Jesus. We're preaching the true Jesus, who's Yahushai. The scriptures talk about if any man going to preach another Yahushai, which would be your guys' Jesus, your guys' Savior, you guys deem that saves, right? That's where to save, which is false. It's a farce.
Yeah, Edomites that accept homosexuals and trannies into their churches and stuff, man. You really think they're gunning for them? No, they're with the beast, man. They're promoting that you can still believe in God and be a homosexual, man, or a trans. You know, God loves you as you are and shit, you know? All that nonsense, man. That's completely false. That's a lie, man. That's poison. You know, you believe in that nonsense, the Lord's, you're gonna end up being destroyed, man. Go ahead.
It says, until the ancient days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came when the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which is the current time we're in right now. We're living in the last leg. So the fourth beast, which is Rome reincarnated as America, as the beast. All right. It says, we shall. It says, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces.
Yeah, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms. Okay, and the Roman Empire was diverse from every other kingdom that's on there, right? Because every other kingdom has been a kingdom that's had a king ruling over it. Even the Greeks did. Romans are the ones that brought in the Senate, the Republic, the Caesarship, right? Which is basically the presidency, right? Because this place is Rome all over again. Okay? But Esau has did is he spread that ideology throughout the world. Okay? So that now all these nations have Caesars. Alright, they have elected officials, you know, nonsense like that. And that's what was diverse from the rest. You know?
It says, and he shall subdue 3 kings, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
That'll be an actual kingdom.
Yeah. It's going to be the actual kingdom that's ruled by the Israelites under Yahushua. That's going to be a permanent kingdom. Alright, once these other nations get taken out of power. Once World War III is fully finished. Alright, when that great war is fought in the Middle East, the Lord's gathering the nations there to smash them like bugs. And after that, we're going to be in power. We're going to be in eternal rulership under the Lord. It says his kingdom, his dominion, shall be a perpetual kingdom. Alright? That's what we're waiting for. That's the patience and the faith of the saints. You know, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Alright? Yahushua will harm our enemies for what they've done to us, man.
There's Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, that's what we're patiently waiting for. Alright, it's that the Lord come and judges the nations, so that we can live in harmony, so we can live in peace. Alright, so we can rule the world in righteousness. Because that's what the greatest do, is to rule the world in righteousness, to govern the world in this image, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. Because everything in this world is off course. Alright, this whole world is out of course. You got women over men. You got animals that got rights over human beings in certain places. You got certain states where America works. It's all complicated. words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Declaring the end from the beginning. You know, as the scriptures went into. Declaring the beginning and the end from the beginning. Because here it is right at the end. And before it comes, the Lord said the prophets.
Yeah, they did it at the old walking.
Each morning.
Did the first Friday.
It's Ezekiel 35 and 1. It says, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it.
And Mount Seir is Esau Edom. Because that is the region of their habitation. They were living in Petra, Idumea, which was part of Mount Seir.
And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua did, jack up the ancient land of Idumea. But here it is, this is modern day Idumea. This is modern Basra. This is modern Egypt, Sodom and Egypt. Modern day Babylon. Okay, modern day Edom. Alright? And the Lord's promising that He's going to make all Edom, all of Esau's cities perpetual waste. He's going to destroy them. Destroy his lands. Okay?
Yeah, that's why there's that script that says, you shall build, but I shall tear down.
You will build, but the Lord's going to throw it down. Okay, this place is built up, all right, under Esau's control, through his word. And of course, we were the ones in slavery, but his word went out to build this place up. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua can throw this place down. Man, ain't going to do that with the nukes, man. Like we've been professing, like we've been telling you. Okay? This place going to be jacked up with missiles, man. Go ahead.
Let me read this real quick. I'm going to jump over here real quick. This Romans 9 and 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Yeah, so the Lord gave you all this wisdom, knowledge, understanding to build societies, to govern and command and rule over societies, to create weapons of mass destruction. He gave you all that power so that you could build up, so that you could, so you could build up, man. You build up your military. So when he comes, you can think that you're one big hotshot to go to war against him. And then he's going to throw you down like the bug you are. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua raised up Pharaoh. Okay, gave him all that pride. So that when he went to attack, the Lord destroyed his ass, man.
Yeah, when you read that story, man, that story's cold. Because the Pharaoh, all right, when he saw the plague consume the land, he called for Moses and said, hey, man, I repent. Call this stuff off. And then when it came off, it says that the Lord hardened his heart. Literally, the Lord came in and made him change his mind. So it wasn't his, there's no free will, it wasn't of his will. There was nothing, he could do. It was the Most High's doing. The Most High wrote the script. The Pharaoh had to follow it. The Pharaoh's, his lot was to be destroyed, man.
That's right. Lord gave him all that. Raised him up.
And if you think that God is all about free will and we have free will, just read that story about Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't have no choice. Shit, if it was up to Pharaoh, he would have let them go. Who wants to see their kingdom get completely burned to the ground?
Just like he's raising Esau. Esau's a modern day Pharaoh.
Yep. Hey, that's why it says when we read earlier, it says that he was sore afraid, but yet there's fight. He ain't gonna have no choice in the matter, you know. Hey, how would Esau have had free will? You know, if it was said before he was even born that the elders shall serve the young.
Before they either did good or evil.
So that the purpose of election, and that's what it's about. You know, that's why you hope. That's why you're you know, if you believe in this, you're of the hopeful elect. You're hoping to be part of the elect. You hope Yahweh Shai has mercy on you, because it's all about the will of Yahweh Shai. He has a big one. This is scary. It sounds like a dragon. That's a Edomite for sure. Could have been that one from last week.
Irish, Scottish,
The wannabe. I wish he was Scottish. This is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast, I will lay thy city, 35 and 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
That's all you Edomites have to look forward to. It's violence, man, death, destruction. Okay? For the things you've done to the children of Israel. You put our people into slavery. Okay, you robbed them, deprived them of their heritage. All right, and to this day, you're hunting them down like animals, man. You know, there's that movie you got called Best. What that movie was about Esau hunting, exercising his blessing. And it got to the point that he hunted every animal known to man that was worth hunting, to the point to where he said, you know what? I want to kill me an Israelite. Because the man he was hunting the best was Ephraim, right? So-called Puerto Rican. Through the whole movie, he was setting him up to kill him, to hunt him. You know, that's that perpetual hatred that Esau has for Jacob. You know? And it can't be satisfied, as the scripture says. This man is bloodthirsty, he's violent, he's greedy. He cannot be satisfied.
The soul that was lifted up is not upright.
Yeah, it's not upright. You know, usually people have common courtesy. You know, usually people want to see the positive, want to see the light in the world. But Esau fucked up. He wants to see the world in turmoil, man. Like that movie Babylon AD. He wants to see the world all crippled, man.
Yeah, he wants everybody to be helpless underneath his foot, man. He don't want nobody to thrive or have their own stuff. He wants everybody to be all whimpering underneath him, all through and fucked up, or can't, you know what I mean? Like that, did you smell some cold? You know, he wants people eating out of his hand.
There's Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his horses, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them.
Yeah, so we were going down as a people, as a nation. Esau was as one. Esau actually assisted these other nations in our captivity, in our downfall. So that's another reason why Yahweh tries to judge you. Alright, you see Jacob was at low point. Instead of helping him, no, he didn't give Jacob what he would tell him. Alright, and you know better, alright?
But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Yes, you're not going to escape this judgment. Alright, that's what World War III is for. That's what these nukes were for, training for. To be used on guns, man. To be used on so-called white people, your system, and your governments, your countries. The land of Israel itself is going to be nuked. Okay? Those are Edomites as well. Just because they live in the land, they call themselves Jewish. No, those are imposters.
Because there's plenty of pastors on staff that probably have it.
They're going to be judged.
So, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Yeah, so while all these other nations are being judged, 2/3 of our people, upon Mount Zion shall be salvation. The only ones that are going to be saved are Israelites. Right? That's what I'm saying. While the world is getting nuked. Okay, while Esau's being stripped of his power, getting destroyed, the planet getting hit with missiles. Salvation is coming for Jacob. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. I was looking on YouTube right now, and there's like a movie. I'm not sure what movie it is, but they're on the beach, and all these Jakes are getting saved and getting beat up Nigerians. And the Edomite gives a speech to the news people, the anchorman or whatever, and he's telling the anchorman that black people are getting beat up in Nigerians. Nobody else, just Jake. He's a league know that the Israelites are going to be Jake's going to be saved. And 2/3, you're going to be destroyed. These other nations are going to get jacked up. Alright? There's going to be slaves in our kingdom. So not all the Edomites are going to be destroyed. Okay? Not all the heathen are going to be destroyed. But 2/3 of our people that are here in America, these other nations, they don't find a way out. Okay, you're going to be destroyed. That's a biblical prophecy.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh which I have spoken.
All these Edomites at the end of the 1,000 years of Ark of slavery are going to be destroyed. Alright, that's what that's going to once they serve their purpose. Once you go into slavery. All the violence that Esau committed against us. We did that in Isaiah 14. It's 14 and 13.
and none hinder it.
That's where it takes us as well. You already got these other nations talking about getting people. Right? You already got Iran going in on how your injustice and atrocities against the Israelites. Now, of course, they're not coming out calling us the Israelites, but they're pointing out the things you've done. Shameful speaking is being brought out upon you. Okay?
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon say, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
Yes, since thou was laid down and taken out of power, no fouler is going to be coming against the trees. Because there's trees out there that you don't cut down. There's trees out there that produce more oxygen than others. Alright? So, when Esau's taken out of power, it's not going to be deforestation like how it is today. You ain't going to have it where big plots of land are just chopped down one day. That's not going to take place. A fouler is someone that cuts down trees. And if you look at, cities in California alone, a lot of these towns and cities, there was a lot of forest there. Big ass trees, man, tall trees. Especially out here in the Central Valley. What did Esau do? He came through, chopped them down, set up shopping malls, built cities, apartment complexes, big ass mansions. Okay. He's destroying the earth. Right? That's what the scripture says. The Lord is going to destroy him that destroyed the earth. So all this man wants to do is destroy and expand his wicked ass kingdom.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. He hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we?
Yeah, all these nations are being brought up. Brought up so they can wage war against you. And now they're all developing weapons to put themselves on an equal playing field with you in war. Okay? These nations are going to go to war against you and destroy you. Alright? They all got nukes now. Okay, they got laser guns now. They developed armor. They got tanks and fighter jets now. So now they have a big scoff. They're saying, amen, as thou also become as big as we. Now they got submarines, man. They can just pop out and just launch nukes. And then go back down underwater like a turtle and then walk. Here's fucked.
Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy bowels. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Here it is, you got this whole great society. And in one moment, in 1 hour, as the scripture says, the Lord will destroy this race. It took you 500 plus years to build your whole kingdom. The Lord will destroy it within 1 hour. How art thou brought to the ground that didst weaken the nation? How'd you get flipped off so bad? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will return and judge you. And these nations are going to see that. They don't see it and rejoice. It says that the trees are going to rejoice. A blade of grass, the animals are going to break forth and see. At your fall. Fall you did.
Revelation 21, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Because this heaven, this current heaven, this current earth is being ruled under wickedness. then is going to be the head of the rulership of Yahweh Shai. So go Jesus Christ, okay?
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
New Jerusalem, worship. Okay, he's going to come off the chariots and so on your foes. Up here to govern the world, to command the heathen. Alright, because who's going to build the kingdom up? These other nations. They're going to do all the hard labor. James is going to command them where to lay the brick. Okay, where to apply the labor. Okay, where to mix the cement. Where to overlay the buildings with gold. That's what we're going to do. But as far as what we everything.
You gotta realize one day
Just talk
he
about
is the best choice.
continual employment. Right? Which that employment is still slavery. There's going to be work for you to do everything. Is it going to be a day where it's like, oh, there's nothing to do? So go home, guys. No. The only day you're not going to work is the Sabbath. Alright?
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Yahweh should be on Shalom to do away with the curse that's upon our people. And he's going to be with us. We're going to be perfect. We're going to be invincible. Okay. We're going to be always righteous. Alright? That's what it is. No nation is going to step out of line. If they do, they're going to get their asses whipped. Okay? We're just all going to be righteous. Every Israelite. We're not going to know what it is to have a common cold, to suffer poverty, to be hungry, thirsty. We're not going to know what that is. We're just going to be perfect. And we're going to have a perfect kingdom. And we're going to rule forever. Rule these nations with the rod of iron. Right? Meanwhile, Esau will be slavery. Slavery away.
This is Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died, and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. And Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us and you there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest I also come into this place of torment.
She's doing with, how the wicked and the righteous are going to receive their Well, pretty much Esau, all right, he's going into captivity slavery. He's going to go through a hard time because here it is, Esau had everything. All right, and Lazarus, he's like Jacob, suffering. Okay, went through hell. And through all that suffering, okay, he's going to receive the kingdom. Jacob's going to receive it. Jacob received, for all the suffering we went through. If we're worthy, we're gonna receive that. We're gonna receive that kingdom. We're not gonna go through these hardships anymore. But these elite, they got everything right. So when judgment comes, they're gonna be without. Okay, they're gonna be lacking one. All right, and they ain't gonna receive anything. Because here it is, they've had everything. Rejoiced, came against the Lord. Revelation 9, it goes into how they're going to be destroyed. Their system's going to be judged, a kingdom. And they're not going to repent of their sorceries, murders. Okay? So when he's judged, man.
Get that again, Luke 16:20. And then go and get the blessing of Esau. And just read the blessing.
There's Luke 16 and 20.
And start at 19.
Okay. There's Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
Right. So there's a rich man, clothed in linen and purple, and he fared sumptuous every day. That's talking about, okay, Esau. That's what it's going into. The rich man is Esau. And you look how these fucking assholes live in these mansions, these big houses, politicians. They go on vacations in the best parts of every world, okay? A lot of them are faring very well. They're faring sumptuously every day, man. Okay, they're running the world. Okay, you got the elite that have 99% of the entire world's wealth. Okay, they're known as the 1%, and they own pretty much every damn thing. Okay, go ahead.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of swords.
Yeah, he's full of swords, man. He's all jacked up, man. You look at Jake, look around at Jake, man. They're all jacked up, okay? All jacked up, man. They don't know who the heck they are, okay? They don't know what they're doing here, all right? They're just kind of existing in fucking Esau's palace, man. All messed up. Living in some of the worst places you could imagine. Alright, go ahead.
And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Yeah, but Jake's always trying to get some crumbs. Okay, every Jake wants to be a big basketball star or a musician. He looks at Esau and he wants that type of life, man. He wants to be the rich man. Okay, that's what Jake wants to do. He wants to be a baller.
Part of his Fortune 500 and shit.
Yeah. Jake wants to be up there, man. All right, go ahead.
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Right, the dogs came and licked his sores. The other nations came and made major profits off of it. The little crumbs that Jake could get from Esau, right? He spent it on the other nations, at the liquor stores, at the grocery stores, okay, the supermarkets, the smoke shop. Right, go ahead.
And it came to pass that the beggar died, and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments. And
right. So when the beggar died, the angels came and carried him into heaven, meaning that he went up into a high place, man, where now he's living good. All right, the rich man was buried and he's in hell. He's in the grave. He's in a low place. All right, go ahead.
And seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me.
Just like what did Esau do when he got when the birthright got taken. He bugged out and he started crying to his father. Isn't there a blessing for me? Go ahead.
And send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Right, so he's being punished for all the wickedness that he's done. He's crying about it. And Abraham said, remember all the good stuff that you had. You had the best of everything. You had the world. Okay? Look what you decided to do with it. All right, go ahead.
And likewise Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
Right, so there's going to be no help for Esau. He's not going to be able to get anywhere. He's just going to be stuck in that low state, man. That's pretty much it on that. Get the other thing. And then you go.
This is Genesis 27 and 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father?
See, that's what he cried. He cried to his father because he wanted to get the blessing. All right, go ahead.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
So that's what Esau's blessing was, that he would receive dominion. He would get the dominion. Hence, the wicked have control of the earth. All right? And he's so jealous of Jake, right? But this was his blessing that he got, that he would break the yoke from off his neck. He would have dominion. He'd be ruling the world, man. He's in the best. He's got the fatness of the earth and the corn of heaven. Okay? That would be his dwelling, right? And so, Jake is in a low state, while Esau is living it up because of this blessing. But it's not the full blessing. It's only for a period of time. That's why Revelation 12:12 says that he knows that he has but a short time. He got a pseudo blessing, essentially. Okay? Now, go ahead and get that.
The wisdom of Solomon 3:1, 2:1. For the ungodly set reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious.
What does Esau say? YOLO. You only live once. All these different terms that come out on mainstream media and shit, and Jake adopts as the culture. Like, look at the majority of rap lyrics that you hear on mainstream media when it comes to music are written by Amalekite, man. It's not even written by the guy you're listening to. All right. Somebody else is writing their shit for them. Or they're writing their shit and they take it to Amalek, and Amalek says, no, change it, do this, I want this, and that. Right? Because they're under a contract. And I want you to push these different words and these terms and this image onto your people so that I can cast spells on them through you. And that's exactly what Esau does. Right? Go ahead.
And in the death of a man there is no remedy.
So all this live fast, die young, YOLO, these are Edomites that are pumping that nonsense into your brain because the godly, Jake, all right, when you understand the Bible, you know that you live more than once. You live many times. And that what you do on this earth now actually matters for the future. there's actually consequences. You're not just fucking here randomly and just whatever happens, happens. There's actually a judge that's counting to everything. Alright? That's marking you down. Okay? Go ahead.
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter.
Yeah, we know a man that returned from the grave, man. Okay, we know there's quite a few people that have returned from the grave. Yahweh Shai, he was resurrected. The prophets were resurrecting people from the dead. When Yahweh Shai died, okay, people rose up from their graves and lived. So we know that the Lord has power to raise people from the dead. Even if you've been dead for a fucking 1,000 years, the Lord can raise you up. See, but the wicked don't know that. They have no understanding, right? Which is why they push this nonsense on you. They want you to adopt this wicked Edomite ideology and think that it's yours. You got Jake in the media talking about, in social media talking about cultural appropriation. But your culture is handed to you from the devil, man. Your actual heritage is in this book. But the fucking sad part about it is you'll adopt this nonsense and you'll say that the Bible is the white man's book. Go ahead.
For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again.
Yeah, why? That's why Esau's trying to look for ways to live forever. That's why Esau's always trying to fucking find the potion of immortality, man. He's trying to find the secrets to eternal youth and all this nonsense that he comes up with. Right, because he's carnal. All he sees, all he knows is this flesh, and he believes that when it dies, it's fucking gone. That's it. Go ahead.
Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present. Let us speedily use the creatures like as in you.
Let us speedily use the creature. Let us fucking make shark fin soup. Oh, I love that shit. Let's just carve thousands and thousands of sharks up and then dump them back in the fucking ocean. Just for their fin. Let us kill all the elephants and take their tusks for their ivory, because we like ivory. Let us fucking rape, rob, and murder these people so that we can take all their shit, because we like having more shit. Go ahead.
Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointment, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and our lot is this.
What are Esau's tokens of his joyfulness? You know, you see like a giant party, and then after the party's over and everybody's gone, there's this huge fucking mess all over the place. There's like bottles everywhere and condoms. People threw up over here. There's like food wrappers and plastic. That's Esau's fucking token of his joyfulness. Just a big mess. It's a big ass mess. Look at the ocean. Look at all these different places where Esau dumps his garbage. Go ahead.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man, and let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not.
Right, he said, let the law be the strength that we have, the power that he has. That's what Esau has. That's what he regards as respectable, man. If you have power. Okay, he said, let us use the righteous man. Hey, man, he don't, what does it say in the scriptures? You should be happy with food and raiment. He thinks you're weak. You don't deserve to live because you have a different ideology.
Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Because he is not for our turn. Completely separate spirits, man. Go ahead.
And he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, that transgressings of our education.
Right, because Esau's education is what? It's just messenger. Oh, we're gonna die soon, so let's fucking do everything. Let's do whatever we want. And so he hates us because we're telling this guy, okay, and look at what he's done. He don't give no regard for the future. He don't give regard for his own fucking lineage, right? Because what is Esau gonna leave for his children's children's children? A fucking dump, right? An uninhabitable planet. This guy thinks he's gonna dwell from all generations, but here the planet's fucking dying. The planet's fucking sick, man. He's all, what is he thinking about doing? Flying off to a different planet. He's gonna destroy this one and fly off to a different planet.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
He's not gonna be able to. But this is who this guy is. This is who we're talking about. Hi. So you got something?
Yeah. This is on Jeremiah 51 and 53. Though Babylon should mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord.
Yeah, Esau's living like a fucking king, man. Right? He's king of the hill. But the Lord said he's gonna send spoilers unto him. The Lord's gonna knock his ass off of his high fucking horse, man. Go ahead.
A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans.
Right, because this is Babylon, this is America. Okay? And when this place collapses and all hell breaks loose, what's going to be heard here? The sound of a cry. Alright? This place is going to be in torments. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. You people are going to see what it looks like to live in fear, in actual fear. Yep. Shit, worse. A fucking doomed country. A country destined to actually be annihilated from off the face of the earth. Go ahead.
Because the Lord hath spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice.